Everybody, and welcome to today's press conference here inside CB&S Bank Arena here in Florence, Alabama. We appreciate you being here for today's special announcement. It is a special day. We're very excited that you're here. Before we begin, I'd like to ask everybody if you could take your cell phones and put it on silent or vibrate, just so we don't have any disturbances today. We'd appreciate that. Do that at this time. Today's press conference is not only for all of us that are in attendance today here in public. It's probably about 100 people here today. But it's also available worldwide on the ESPN app, and we're very excited about being on ESPN Plus today. So if you're watching at home, we appreciate you watching as well. After the introduction of our athletic director and our new head women's basketball coach, Coach will field questions from the media here at the podium. We'll have a microphone for that, and that'll also be streamed. We'll have some one-on-one opportunities for the media as well after that. Without further ado, I'd like to introduce our athletic director, Dr. Josh Looney.
What a turnout. Can we get a Roar Lions? All right, love it. It's an awesome opportunity today to formally welcome Coach Whitaker to the UNA family. And I feel like we just did this together about 5 years ago as well, which is exciting. You know, a lot has changed. Coach Whitaker and I worked together at my previous stop at Missouri Western, and a lot has changed in 5 years since we went through an introductory press conference there. But a lot has stayed the same. If I remember right, we had to push back the press conference a few days there because you had to get on the court and work out your team. I think 2 days, 2 workouts. Well, Coach Whitaker rolled into town at about midnight on Monday. And on Tuesday, her and her new assistant, Coach A, hosted their first recruit on campus. So, and then they had a team workout, and then you got another one today. So we had to push this press conference back a few days into her tenure because she's hosting a recruit on her very first day on campus. So just an exciting time. A lot has changed, though, as well in college basketball and with college basketball searches. You know, we needed a search that was efficient, effective, and energized. And with that, you're battling transfer portal in and out. It opened the day that we had an announcement that we were searching for a new coach. You have multiple mid-major openings in our region and across the country that are all happening at once. And a lot of the top candidates are involved in multiple searches at those schools while they're going on. You have postseason play. All the best teams in Division I, Division II, NAI, junior college, they're still playing. So you have to go around those schedules. And so with that, I said we had to conduct efficient, energized, and effective. Let's look at those 3 words. First, energized. This place is easy to recruit someone to. We have a special leader in President Kitts and his wife, Tina Kitts. What's happening here? Look at this place. It's unbelievable, the growth. That's the easy piece for, I think, anyone in here would tell you. It is easy to get people to Florence and sell them on UNA. So the energized piece was great, but a great responsibility in this search, a very visible leader on this campus. And why we have great growth and great energy is alignment. We have great alignment with our Board of Trustees, with our president, with our executive council, with our head coaches, with our administrators, with our faculty. And so when you're bringing in a leader of a very visible program, it's a great responsibility to find someone that is going to be a partner in that alignment, because people are what make the alignment. People will throw an alignment off. With the search and the effectiveness, numerous staff members in this room have put a lot of work into welcoming Candi today. Thank you for getting this on ESPN Plus and streaming it, and for helping her and her staff feel welcome. But we had one standout administrator who was a standout former women's basketball player here. Dr. Janae Lyde ran point guard with me on this search and put a lot of nights and weekends, hours, in a very short amount of time into this. And thank you, Dr. Lyde, for pouring your love for this program into this search. It was very fast and effective. And then efficient. We partner with Renaissance search firm. Herb Courtney and Adam Gordon do a great job. And they were able to meet an aggressive timeline we had for this. So to peel back the curtain a little bit with our efficiency, we identified a short list of 10 to 15 candidates that we wanted to reach out to within 48 hours of the search opening. That list, whether you say it grew or it shrunk, to about 30 names within 72 hours. Okay, within 96 hours, so that's the Friday before that first weekend, we had already gone through multiple interviews and continued multiple interviews through that first weekend. And so when we were a week into the search, it was time to narrow down. We got to about 5, then we focused on 3, and then ultimately we targeted 1, and were able to land the 1 target that we had. With Candi's journey, she was still playing. Team that national championship contender. Shows you that region. They were the 2 seed. They were upset by the 7 seed, right? That 7 seed in the Central Region won the national championship. So pretty incredible region there. Her season came to a close late on a Friday. We were able to get in touch with Candi, I believe it was Sunday afternoon. I know how she preps. A lot of these coaches were interviewing while their teams are playing. There's no way she was going to do that, so we had to wait for her season. And so she came available on that Sunday. She was here on Wednesday, and I think we came to agreement by Saturday. So we announced the search had concluded 2 weeks to the date of opening. So very effective, very efficient, very thorough, and a lot of thanks to everyone at Renaissance Search, Dr. Lyde, and others. And so what I tell you here, momentum, energy, alignment, right? Those are key words. It's people that make that. So I want to tell you a little bit about Candi before we turn the mic over to her. I mentioned 5 years ago we first got to know each other and work together. I remember the phone call or how I even got her contact. I was at the Division II Elite 8 in 2019. We were interviewing candidates there and watching some of the candidates for our job, Coach Live. And the adult son of our president at the time sends me a text, and he says, hey, here's a number for Candi Whitaker. She's the head coach at Texas Tech. I'm not sure if she wants to get back into coaching, but do with it what you will. Well, his name was Rob Vardabedian, and he grew up on the same street as Candi in Canyon, Texas. So a really small world there. The son of our president, Bob Vardabedian at the time, gives a number. And I thought, well, yeah, who knows? I'm going to call her. So I step outside and make a call and end up missing most of the game that I'm there. We talked for probably an hour, and I was just, wow, there's incredible energy here. There's incredible vision. We need to meet her in person, right? And so get to work alongside Candi and see her massive success at the program that she had at Missouri Western. And so I try to think of 4 things that I can tell you about that aren't a resume read, that what I learned working with her previously, and the success. So 4 traits, right? 1 is West Texas grit. We had a men's coach at Missouri Western that had a big poster that said grit. He was a walking acronym, and it said, "Get ready, it's tough." Right? That's Candi Whitaker. She's going to put in the work. Her staff's going to put in the work. Her players are going to put in the work. She's going to get her hands into the work. And there's going to be some heel stomping on the sideline as well. And she's got that West Texas grit in her. And if you don't believe me, pull up some highlights of number 11, point guard for Texas Tech in her playing days. I think you had West Texas grit when you played as well. It's a hallmark trait of Candi. I would tell you she's a role model for the women in the athletic department. She's the type of person and leadership role model that you want your female student athletes to engage with. And it goes way beyond basketball, right? This goes to the other women in our department, other female leaders, the other athletes on staff. Candi is a leader that they will be able to look up to and respect. Part of that is her family integration. I know your boys aren't here. Great family. You're going to love the family and the community with her 3 boys, Weston, Will, and Callahan, and her husband, Matt. She's had awards in St. Joseph, the YWCA, Woman of Excellence. They have a great program. She was a finalist for the Woman of Excellence in the entire community in just her 2nd year of the impact she had there. She was awarded the Woman of the Year, Woman of Influence of the Year through the St. Joe Sports Commission. That influence goes beyond her program, and you'll get to know her and the impact she can have there. She's a great partner on campus, great partner. Doesn't matter what part of campus, she's a great partner. And to show you a little bit more of the role model, she's coached some 4th grade basketball in the off season for her son. But in COVID year, we had our men's basketball team had a good year, and it was late in the season, and everyone was in COVID protocol on the coaching staff except a GA, and the guys wanted to play. Candi coached a doubleheader that day. She coached our men's team. I believe we won, right? I don't remember. In COVID, right? So that's an example of somebody stepping up and helping a GA make his coaching debut. Her and her staff, her women's staff, came and coached our men's staff during COVID to make sure the guys didn't miss a game. 3, program builder. When you get into basketball, I've learned a lot about her vision. There's resume vision and there's reality, so let's focus on reality. And then let's focus on losing. You learn a lot in a losing season. So she had one losing season during our time at Missouri Western. It was a 6-16 years, probably a little more losing than you wanted. Candi had come in and made an immediate impact, 20-plus wins her first year. Community was fired up. She came to my office and said, we've got a really special freshman class, really special. And I think we're going to reset and go young next year and play the long game. This is an unbelievable class. So she plays a lot of freshmen. They go 6-16. The next year, that freshman, they're the sophomores, go to the Elite Eight. And then the next year, they're juniors, 24-plus wins. And this past year, as seniors, 24-plus wins. She's the coach of the year, had 2-time defensive player of the year. They won the conference championship. That group stayed together in this day and age, right? That should tell you a lot. There's vision. Take the knocks that come with it, success, and was able to sustain it with the relationship with those players. Definitely a program builder. And then the last thing before we turn over to you, Candi, just a catalyst. She's going to empower and lead people and push them forward. You look at her career, it's a perfect fit for us at the right time. We're a program that has great history, has solid footing post D1 transition, and is now looking for a leader to take the next step. She's coached at the highest level of women's college basketball at Texas Tech. She was the youngest head coach in Division I at one point in her career at UMKC, a mid-major program that if you have success at UMKC in women's basketball, it's possible, but it's challenging. You get rewarded, right? There's been 2 coaches that have had success and gone to Power 5 jobs from that place. One is right here. You get rewarded there. And then obviously she's had great success at Missouri Western. So I can't wait for this community to see what Candi Whitaker can bring to our basketball program. And with that, I'd love to welcome Coach Whitaker as our next head coach. Hey, we've got number 11 for
Wow, Josh, thank you so much. It's unique to get to work with someone like Josh, first of all, like Dr. Looney. I should probably get in a habit of calling you Dr. Looney. He was not a doctor the first time he hired me, so he has acquired that title and well-deserving. But appreciate that welcome. Thank you to President Kitts, and absolutely, what a wonderful president that you guys have. He met with my recruit yesterday and blew me out of the water. Just prepared, relatable, knows what his university is, knows where he's taking it, proud of it, and there's so much to be proud of. So thank you for this opportunity. Dr. Lyde, thank you. Where are you? My little point guard in the back. All the questions, great questions, wonderfully helpful in the process and in the transition. And to the rest of the hiring committee, thank you for this opportunity. My family and I are over the moon excited to be here. They are not here today, but I will assure you they went to school in UNA gear. They FaceTimed me this morning. Everyone's in purple. Somehow Callahan continues to talk my husband into staying home. So mom's not there, and that's happened 2 days in a row. So I told him this morning, you have to go back to school, Cal. So, but we're really, really excited to be here and to start this new journey here in Florence and at UNA. And man, anyone who coaches, and we've got coaches in this room today, knows like your spouse, your partner in this thing is critical. So I want to give a special thank you and shout out to my husband, Matt. Not only is he a wonderful husband and wonderful father, he is just an unbelievable supporter of our programs, of my teams. I'm sure the refs don't appreciate him, but he's in it to win it, right? He knows. He lives and dies with every play right along with us, and he's just so great at picking up everything. He'll be a single dad here for probably a good month. I'm going to hunker down and grind away and work as hard as I can to get staff hired, get to know our current players, continue to recruit like we already started. I've had questions about camps. We're coming. Just give me a minute. Scheduling, all the things, right? So my husband allows that, right? If that's not the husband I have, there's just no way I can do what I do. And he continues to reinvent himself, and so I couldn't be thankful enough. Josh mentioned our children. Greatest hat I'll ever wear, right, is being a mom. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful experience and value. I think there's no greater gift in life. So my oldest, Weston, is 14. He tried to get his license. I'm like, honey, you don't live in Kansas. You live in Missouri. So he goes to school in Kansas, and he made me go to driver's ed the other day to try to squeeze his way in. So I said, hold tight. We'll get you going in Alabama when it's right. But he's thrilled. He can't be more excited about the move. He'll be going to the next grade next year. So we'll get him going. With him is our 10-year-old. He's my hooper. He's all about basketball. He always knows my record. He knows who's averaging what. He knows what's happening in the league. So I go to him for a quick stat check for sure. And then Callahan's our 5-year-old, boss baby to a T. We spread those children out over a decade, so that baby, has it going on. But he can't wait to meet Leo. That's kind of been a focus of his, and they'll be here as soon as they can. Missing them today and every day, but we'll get them here and get them going in school. Right now, they're baseball in school, and my husband ended up coaching all three. So there you go. They're busy. I want to thank my parents just for their love and guidance and the grit I think that they instilled in me in West Texas. What a wonderful childhood I had. My in-laws, y'all, are amazing. Got to give them a shout out. You never know what you're getting, right, with in-laws, and I have great ones. They watch every single game of mine online. Incredible, and they're just an airplane ride away from really helping Matt and I. I want to introduce Sandra Abston, who came with me. Very thankful for her. It's definitely helpful when someone else is recruiting as soon as you hit the ground. So she is a tremendous recruiter. Some of you guys thought maybe she was a recruit I was bringing. No more eligibility, unfortunately, there. But I will tell you, her daughter is 3, but she wears size 6. And I'm already secretly recruiting Savannah. You will know her and you will love her. A heart of gold, the sweetest little girl ever. She and her husband will be joining us also. I want to give a special shout out to Josh Ashley, who's been tremendous to me in the transition. Thank you, Coach. And really all the coaches. Coach Pujols has already got, I closed in his office or in his locker room the other day using his equipment with all the things. So, but really every single head coach reached out to me. I've had spouses reach out to me. I've had all administrators reach out to me. I could not feel more welcome. So I appreciate all of that. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention Missouri Western. Very, very, very thankful. Obviously, Josh brought me there and then left me, but just tremendous leadership, really. President Kennedy, so supportive at my games, texted me, just really provided great opportunity there. Andy Carter followed Josh, and again, tremendously supportive. And we enjoyed our time in St. Joseph, and no question it brought kind of re-energized me in the profession. So forever thankful for that opportunity. Josh had no idea probably what he was doing for me, but sure appreciate that connection. To all of my former players, man, that's where it's at. That's the relationship you take with you. I've had all kinds of text messages from back in, 2008, to the present that just stay with you. So very fortunate to have coached great players. Basketball's just given me unbelievable opportunity. You fall in love with the game as a child. You then get to have an opportunity maybe to play in college, which I did. All of my coaches have impacted me, and I take pieces of them in how I've developed my own philosophies and just personality in coaching. So really thankful to them and just the opportunities basketball's given me, the places I've been, the countries I've traveled to, the people I've met, the experience I have had that I would not have otherwise had. And that's so important for me as I move forward with the players I coach. But this place, UNA, I mean, what an amazing place and opportunity. You guys live here, and you probably are ingrained in it, so it's an everyday deal for you. But from someone who did not know about Florence, Alabama, who did not know about North Alabama, wow. I mean, I loved everything I saw the minute I stepped in this community. And two questions. I'm moving mics. There's a lot of them here. Two questions for me, always, but really now, right? When you have children, it's early on it was about me, my career. We weren't moving that many people. No one really, schools didn't matter as much, right? You could insulate your kids when they're little. But now, this stage in life for us, two huge questions. The first is it a community? Is it a place that not only we want to live, but we want to raise our children in? And then the second big question for me is, can we win? Absolutely, both questions, emphatic yes. No hesitation. Loved the community. I mean, the cutest downtown. I use cute a lot, so sorry. Josh knows, like he sold it like that to me. He knows I like cute things, but what a great town. Campus. I've been on a lot of campuses. I mean, I just felt like this was the campus for me. I would absolutely go to school here. I think it is beautiful. It is well designed. It is well thought out. It is well manicured. The attention to detail. So that's visually what you see and what you feel. But then every single human being I have met, from administration to professors to every restaurant I went to, every server. I popped into a convenience store. My goodness, the friendliest human beings I think I have ever encountered. Blown away. The last night, Matt and I were walking to dinner. I just smiled at this little girl in the crosswalk, and she says, "Have a great evening." And I'm like, oh my God, where am I? I love it here. I love it here. And you can feel that. And when I feel that, and I believe it, right? Now I can recruit to it. And the leadership that is here, from the president to the athletic director, that is so critical to winning. Do they understand the vision? Do they have a big vision for this place and what it can be and what it can become? They've been through the transition. Right now it's time for this place to take off. And so it is just an unbelievably exciting time to be here. We couldn't be more grateful for the opportunity. I'm excited to build, right? Excited to build this program. I'm excited to get to know the young women that are here that love this place. That was my first conversation with them is, what do you love about North Alabama and going to school here? And you can tell it's definitely a place that they have enjoyed being a part of. When it comes to basketball, we will work extremely hard, like Josh said, right? We're going to really work hard to recruit and develop young women. It starts in the recruiting process and identifying the people with a high character, high motor, high energy, high work ethic, right? All those things that are intangibles that you need to be competitive and competing. Right, competing every day is an emphasis. Every drill, every opportunity that we have, we're gonna compete at the highest level that we're capable of. We're teachers. We're gonna teach the game. We would never throw our kids out there and expect them to function at a high level without a great deal of teaching and understanding of what our expectations are and what we need them to get done. So. Thrilled and excited. We will play fast. We will guard. we will play defense. Defense is where it all starts, right? It leads to offense. It leads to transition. We will have great discipline within what we do, but freedom. I really believe players have to play with the utmost confidence and a lot of freedom. And that doesn't happen overnight, but we will drill away at it. We will work extremely hard to put a team on the floor that you will enjoy, that you can relate to, that you can get excited about, and that you will get behind. We look forward to growing our fan base and being in the community. That is the connection to women's basketball. It is your people. Your young women that can get out in the community and you want to know and you want to connect with is really important. And lastly, operating in a place of gratitude, joy, and love, right, is the base of what we do. Gratitude is, for me, everything. If you are grateful for your weight room, if you are grateful for your coaches, if you are grateful for your teammates and your opportunity, you will maximize yourself. And so I live my life like that, grateful for the good and the bad, right? Josh mentioned losing, right? There's great things that come, right, if you have the right perspective and the right gratitude for those experiences that you can grow and mature and get better from. So we'll work hard every day to improve just a little bit, right? Come to work every day with the mentality that you'll get just a little bit better. It's a process, and we will trust and embrace and love the process with our young women. Just in closing, just so excited to be here, to be a Lion. And I loved Josh. How'd you call the Lions? You just said, can I get a Roar Lions? All right, can I get a Roar Lions? Roar Lions. Awesome. Thank you so much, and happy to take any questions. Or were you supposed to say that?
No, that's okay. I'll come up real quick. All right, just testing the mic, just making sure. We'll start with Carl Prather, and everybody, if you could, just say who you are, what media affiliation you are, just so Candi can get to know you, and she'll take questions here at the podium.
Hey, Coach, welcome to North Alabama.
Thank you.
I wanted to ask when you said Josh, I'm going to call him Dr. Looney.
I'm sorry.
Because, you know,
I got to break that
I
habit.
tease him, too, all the time. It's all good. Listen, for you to be sold on some sort of vision to come to Florence, Alabama, walk us through just for you as a coach, your coaching career, and why you believe that this was the right fit for you at this time.
Well, I think it's the two things I talked about. I mean, I think first and foremost, I loved how I felt when I stepped into this community. I loved what I saw on campus. I loved the growth that has happened at North Alabama and the university side. I believe in Josh and what he's doing and the amount of work he's done in a short amount of time. That's critical, right? If those two pieces aren't there, right, your president and the growth of the university, your athletic director and the vision for athletics, and someone who I'm confident and know personally that he understands, coaching, right, and the process and the building process, it made the decision very easy. And when you believe in something, again, I think it comes across to young people. Your energy comes across, your excitement comes across, and it's not fake. So I just think it's a great time to be here, and it is a great time for our family.
I'm stuck. Hey, Coach. Claudia Chakamian from WHNT. Welcome to North Alabama.
Thanks,
Two questions,
Claudia.
if I can, Mike. First of all, there's a lot of great talent in this North Alabama area. You talked about recruiting. That's the first thing you're going to do. How are you hoping to get to know some of these local players in this area, and how much are you excited to kind of tap into the recruitment of this area?
Well, I think the location of Florence is a great location for women's basketball and women's basketball recruiting. Your radius around you is a lot of talent. Absolutely want to recruit in-state kids in Alabama extremely hard. And that just means hard work, right? It's getting on the phone, it's getting out, it's our staff, it's reaching out, it's meeting every high school coach you can imagine. I got a call yesterday. I'm speaking at the High School Coaches Association here in Alabama in July. Happy to do that and meet people. It's about networking, it's about working, and we expect to work really hard here.
And this is a program that's kind of been right there, in the ASUN tournament every single year, trying to break through that door. How do you think your style of play and coaching is going to translate to hopefully that postseason success that this program's looking for?
Well, first, I do want to thank Missy Tiber and her staff. I mean, they've gone through the grind of the transition and had a great career here and did a lot of great things, and certainly left some great young women in that locker room. So I'm very thankful to the staff before. I think style of play, there's certain ways I love to play, right? I love people that can play in transition and be fast, but we're not going to take bad shots, right? There's a difference. And then I love playing out of concepts. So I don't want my point guard looking at me every possession. I want them trusting themselves, trusting their instincts, trusting the work that we've put in to read defense, play in the flow of basketball, 2-man games, 3-man games, off-ball action, ball screen action. I think that the more you can play like that, the harder you are to guard, right? If you're running box sets every time, a little bit easier to scout. So defensively, style of play, we want to be really great defensively. I think that's where you start with the foundation on any program. We may not, have all the pieces to play like we want offensively, but defensively, that's about grit, toughness, will, and teaching, right? There's technical things that have to be on the defensive side that you've got to drill to be really great defensively. It'll be over a period of time. Everything always evolves, including your style of play. I'm big on adjusting. I'm not going to run an offense that's not for my players. So we're going to continue to learn about the players that are here, continue to recruit, and put them in the best situation to be successful.
Hey, Coach. Welcome to North Alabama. My name is Mo Carter. I'm the sports director at Fox 54 over in Huntsville. 2 questions as well, like some of my other friends have been asked you. First one, as a former player who had a lot of success on the hardwood, what are some of the things that you bring from your playing style that rolls into your coaching style? And then my second question to you would be, what are your thoughts about the way the game of women's basketball has not only grown throughout the country, but really internationally, to where you're now seeing ESPN add extra contracts and do various things and make sure that, all conferences, not just the big ones, are getting the true proper spotlight they deserve?
Well, I'll answer your second question first. What an incredible time for women's basketball. You don't have to rewind very long ago to have a completely different story. It is, players are getting better and better, right? And the things that you see on TV and the impact that a Caitlin Clark has had, and really there's so many top freshmen right now that are doing things at the Power 5 level that we haven't seen, but you do have to rewind, because that has been a grind, right, for years of fantastic talent, fantastic players continuing to try to get the interest and the attention and grow the sport, over a period of time. So it's a stepping stone, as anything is, but I think it's really a perfect storm with the talent that you see. That's very exciting to watch. The NIL deals with young women that are incredible marketers as well, right? I mean, they have done that, a lot of that work on their own, and kind of seize the opportunity, and so their names, you see them on social media. They're really out there working to promote themselves, the brand, and the game. So it trickles down, right, from the top down, and I love it. I love the opportunities that women in sports are getting, that women's basketball is getting. Very exciting time. My playing time a little bit different, but really fortunate. I love the game. Played with great people, played for great coaches. My high school coach, I think he won like 1,000 games before he lost 100, which is incredible. And taught the fundamentals. I learned things in 3rd grade that I get to college and kids haven't been taught. So I'm just very fortunate to have had great coaches that taught me how to play the game. I paid attention, so I know how to teach it. and enjoyed my playing career.
Anybody else for Q&A?
All right.
We'll have one-on-ones available.
Thank you. Thanks for everyone for being here. I sure appreciate it. So nice to meet so many of you.